Have you ever wanted to know what word a spectator was thinking of that they randomly selected out of any book? Stick around. You're going to want to see this. Welcome back to the Hare Academy, everyone. My name's Jonathan, and today we're going to learn a book test. Now, this is a really great piece of mental magic, and I have a prediction written right here. I'm not going to show you just yet. I'm going to leave that right here. We're going to pick a number. We're going to pick a random number so that we can come to a page in this book right here. This is Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. Great book if you haven't read it, by the way. The way we're going to get that random numbers, we're going to have some cards selected. Okay, a couple of cards, and we're just going to take the 9 of spades and the 6 of spades. Those two cards, 9 plus 6 equals 15. So we're going to go to the 15th page in this book right here. Page 15. Let's see here. It's page 15. There we go. Page 15. If you look, the first word on this page is outside. Okay? That's the very first word on this page. Now, I said I had a prediction. That's right here. That's been sitting right out the entire time. Before we even started, I had a hunch that you would pick the word outside. Pretty neat, huh? It's a really easy trick, and it will make you look like a true mind reader. Now, I set it up so that I wrote the prediction down ahead of time, and that was because there's no one here to do the trick with me, so I had to do it all by myself, do all the picking and all that fun stuff as well. And so I wanted you to see that beforehand, I knew what word you were going to pick. And don't hate me. This is so simple, it flies by everyone. It's so simple, a lot of people have actually overlooked this version of the book test because it is so simple. Here's how it goes. You grab a book, any book, it doesn't matter. I grabbed Make Love the Bruce Campbell Way. My copy is signed by Bruce Campbell, by the way. Haha, look at that. Thank you, Bruce Campbell, for that. Awesome. Grab a deck of cards, okay? In my case, I wrote down the prediction, so grab a piece of paper. I took the deck of cards out, I gave them a shuffle, and I picked 2 cards, the top 2 cards. These top 2 cards just so happen to be the 6 and the 9. 6 plus 9 equals 15. I took that shuffled pack and I put it back in the deck. I went to page 15. You're gonna hate me. I went to page 15. I looked at the first word on page 15, which is outside. Page 15, outside. Unbelievable. That's it. I wrote outside down on this piece of paper, folded it up, set it there, and then I start the trick. I say, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to try a mentalism trick. We're going to randomly select a page out of this book. Randomly select a page out of this book of a couple hundred pages. All right. We're going to do that using this deck of cards. We're going to do a couple shuffles, mix up the deck of cards. Now this is where you have to be careful. You want to keep the top 2 cards on top. Okay, so you shuffle the deck, and then I do a false cut. So you can, a very easy false cut is you take and you swing cut the top half of the pack over, and then you lever it in your hands and replace the bottom half back on top. Looks just like that. Looks like a real cut, but it is not. It's a false cut. It leaves the top 2 cards right on top of the deck. So I give it a shuffle, making sure that the top 2 cards stay on top of the deck like they are right there. It's actually the top 3 cards. Give it a false cut, and I say we're going to take a couple of cards. We're going to take the 6 and the 9. Okay, great. 6 and 9, you add them together and you get the number 15. At this point, if you have a prediction right here, you can turn to the page yourself, or you can hand the book to them and say, turn to page 15. And they turn to page 15, and you say, okay, what I'd like you to do So I'd like you to remember the first word on page 15, and the first word. And the first word in this case is outside. Okay? So if you hand them the book, they read it, they have outside stuck in their head. And now you can dramatically put your fingers to your temple and go, I'm getting an image. It's an image of freedom, an image of freedom, not free like, not free as we know, but free as in wilderness. Is this outside? And the people go, no way, how do you do that? In my case, I said, I had a prediction, I wrote it down, I showed you the word, I turned to the page myself, I said, hey, look, hey, here we are at page 15, randomly selected page through the cards. First word on that page is outside. Now, here's my prediction. Before we even started the trick, I knew what you were going to pick, because I had already written outside down on this piece of paper. Super simple mentalism trick. Really, really easy, but very effective, and flies over the heads of just about everyone because it's so simple. You just have to know the top two cards, add them together, go to the page in the book, write the first word down, and there's your prediction. Remember that? You could even take it a step further. You could say, okay, we turned to page 15, and we're going to use that number 15, and we're going to count down 15 words. Okay, so you can go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15th word on the 15th page is verbatim. Same thing applies. Just remember 15, 15th page, 15th word, and you're able to know exactly what word they are thinking of or you can predict. Really easy. Don't overlook this one. It's a lot of fun. I do this one quite a bit impromptu, and it just blows people's minds. That's all the time we have this week. Thanks for joining me. It's a lot of fun doing these. If you liked this video, be sure to leave a comment in the section below. Also, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and be sure to hit the bell notification so that you know when new videos are coming up. If you know someone that would like to learn magic along with us, be sure to send a link of this video to them so that they can learn with us as well. As always, you can also find me on my social media pages, my Instagram at Hat and Hare, or on my Twitter at Hare Academy. Again, thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week.